Okay, I believe we're live. So, what I want to show you tonight is how yours truly is going to be cooking whatever's in the fridge, and I'll be using my induction burner here, and I've got an iron skillet. All right, because it's got to be metal on metal. Went ahead and got me a little spatula so I can do a little mixy stuff. And I've got some salad that I put some vinegar, rice wine vinegar, and some garlic salt. All right. And I was just gonna have that like a little salad with a little olive oil and all that, but I think I'm just gonna do a little stir fry with it because I've got some chopped up or cut up pork loin, and I did one like a steak like one, and then another one to be more of a stir fry. And what I'm also going to have with it is some cauliflower rice right here. And I did it using this the other day, the cauliflower ricer from Leque. Okay. And what's nice about it is you can see here, that does look like rice. And on top of it, it fries like a fried rice. And that came out really good. And so I'm going to have that. It's a leftover, but I'm going to heat it up using this induction burner. And then I cut up some garlic as well as some ginger. Okay, I'm just going to mix that in there. And then for some seasonings, seasoned pepper, garlic salt, little olive oil, and then this fish sauce. Okay, it doesn't take much on any of those, and it'll be good to go. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to start out with the stir fry and see where that takes us. And then from there, I'll cook up the meat. And then after the meat, I'll go and reheat my cauliflower rice. And I believe I'll have everything put in there. So I'm going to have like a meat as well as a vegetable, as well as a carb-free rice, cauliflower rice, vegetables, because I got a low-carb diet. But I do have some adult potato juice here. Yes, that's very tasty. Okay, I do need some butter because how I'm going to be cooking it is we'll have butter along with the garlic. All right, so handy. I got butter here. Okay, so again, let me show you what I got. I got the induction burner, Duck's Top induction burner. I've got just your 10-inch cast iron skillet from Lodge. I have a 12-inch, and it worked. It still worked to where I could cook stuff with it, but this just heats a lot better because of the coil size. All right, the 10 just seems to be a better deal here. When I turn it on, it's going to get a little loud from the fan. And let's see, I'm trying to get you a good view of, let's see, maybe I need to go back out a little bit. Let's see, there we go, a little bit further out maybe. Okay, all right, and then from there, we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and put the pot on, and let's go ahead and add some olive oil. It's highly recommended that you make sure you don't just put your pot or pan on the induction burner before you turn it on. Okay, so I'm going to turn it on now. I like using the temperature, so I'll turn it on. It does this thing where you can do 5 watts, or it defaults to 5 watts back here. Yeah, I can show you. Back here it says 5 watts. Right there. But I like going with the temperature. And I'm just going to switch it to the temperature, and I'm going to crank it up to 370. Oh, I'm getting an alert. Let me get that out of there. Okay, and let's go ahead and bring that back up. Okay, and already I can touch the pot, but inside it's getting hot already. And I'm going to go ahead and add a little garlic. Okay, just to get things started, because it's what I learned over the years from, I think it was my mother. You're supposed to roast your garlic first. So right here you can hear it already cranking up, heating that quickly. Okay, so that's why they recommend that you, let's move it this way. Okay. Recommend that you make sure you have something in the skillet. And so let me go ahead and add a little bit more olive oil. All right, I got the olive oil in there. Go ahead and crank down the heat to 300 now. Okay. I'm going to add some of this ginger to it. Okay. And then I'm going to grab the lettuce, and it's got rice wine vinegar and some olive oil mixed in with some garlic salt. I'm just going to throw it in there. Okay. Sort of like a stir-fried vegetable. Okay. Oh, it smells good already. Okay. Wow, that smells good. Holy cow. All right, I do like having a little fish sauce, not too much, because you want it salty, and it does get really smelly. It's just a couple of dealies here, just to shake Sonora. Okay. And, well, oh yeah, it's coming out already nice. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of get that going. Actually, I'm going to drop the heat down. And I mainly just want the vegetables or the lettuce to kind of get soggy looking, and definitely mixed in there with the other seasonings. And I'm going to add some more ginger. Okay. Okay. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and add the meat. Okay. Here's the meat. It's just some pork loin that's pre-seasoned that I got at the store. And, well, I'm just going to see what it does here. So we'll just keep mixing it in there. I got it at 260 right now. Let me go ahead and bump it up a little, 280. Okay. Oh, that smells good. It smells really good. And it's all happening so fast. I mean, I'm not having to wait for things to heat up, and I can basically instantly control the temperature. Oh, and got to put a plug in. I use this Dexter 1378 knife that I use for basically everything from filleting fish, cutting up meat. So here I kind of used it to cut the meat to make a little steak-like deal. Okay. You bring it back out a little bit so you can see. There you go. All right. So far so good. I'm just going to let things kind of go a little bit here. All right. And let's not forget, I think we need a little soy sauce. So let me go grab some soy sauce. All right. Little Kikkoman soy sauce. Little dab will do ya. I'd say, yeah, that looks good. Well, maybe that much. Let's try that. Okay. Oh, yes. Wow. Okay, at this point, I'm mainly just watching the port to make sure it's cooked. I cut it thin. It's one of the good things about that Dexter knife is it's a stain it stains. It's basically a high carbon steel, but it stays sharp, or can maintain an edge really well as you can resharpen it fairly quickly. I have a hard time sharpening. Stainless steel. So kind of why I lean toward it. Yeah, okay, it stains a little, but hey, it still cuts really good. All right. All right, it's looking really good. I'm liking it so far. Okay, let's just do a real quick taste test. Oh, that's good. All right, let me turn it off. It's immediately going to stop heating, but the cast iron stays heated, so everything's still going good. Everything smells good. Holy cow. Let's grab some of these vegetables. Woo! That's good stuff. That's very good. Alright. Let me go ahead and get my little Tupperware deal here. So this was basically a very simple... I started out, it was just going to be a salad with some olive oil and garlic salt in it. And I was like, hey, wait a minute. Kind of want to do a little stir fry with it. So I did that. And so far, it turned out really well. Added some garlic and some ginger. And then on top of that, the fish sauce along with the soy sauce. Oh, there we go. The fan just turned off. Okay. And let me see if I can adjust the camera a little bit more here so you can look at me. Okay. All right. So far so good. There it is right there. Okay. And I'm gonna taste another bit. That is tasty. And see how quickly it cooked? That was good. Woo! Let me put it aside for now because we got more cooking to do. I'm just gonna put a cover on it so it stays warm because din-dins are coming. All right, and then a little more of this adult potato juice. Okay, so from a cleaning standpoint, I'm one of these ones that I gotta have things clean, and so I'm gonna go ahead and grab this. It feels hot, but not too hot. And I'm gonna do a quick rinse off, okay? Just getting it prepped for the next part of the dinner, okay? Right here. Okay, let me grab a paper towel just to wipe things down. Okay. All right, let's wipe it down. Get the outside of it. Okay, wipe this down here too. It says it's hot, but I can still wipe it down really quickly. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that baby on there. Okay. So at this point, I think what we need to do is we need to do a little pork loin deal here. Okay. So let's go ahead and get that prepped. And I'm trying to find let's see. Maybe I need to get something up here so you can see, because I don't think you can see everything that well. All right. All right, let's just crank it down a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm here. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it because I think you know what, you want to see me. You want to see me cooking. Okay, see what I'm doing here. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it back on, and it just says hot right now, but I'm gonna turn it back on. But before I do that, again, I need to put a little olive oil in there. Okay, so let's add a little olive oil, but this time, because we're gonna be cooking this little pork loin deal right here, and we're gonna be using butter, okay, and I'm going to add a little garlic, salt, and seasoned pepper to it. You know, kind of mix things up. And then we got the ginger and the garlic again. All right, so let's go ahead and turn it back on. You're going to hear the fan turn on again. I'll talk louder so you can hear. Okay. It's going to default to the wattage setting, so it defaults to 5.0. I'll switch it over the temperature. It's defaulting to 320, and I'm going to crank it up to 370, okay? And I'll start out with garlic. I'm just gonna dump it right in there. Okay. And I think I want a little bit more oil just to cover the bottom. And I'm using again a 10-inch a 10-inch skillet. Okay. And all we're gonna do is roast this garlic a little bit, add the ginger, and then we're going to add the pork loin here. Okay, and all I did was I took a pork loin that was, you know, like a roast style, and I went ahead and just cut it in half, and it's good to go. Okay. All right, you know, nothing fancy here, and you know, it's hot here, pretty cool here. And like I showed you, fairly easy cleanup. Okay, let's go ahead and add some of the ginger. Actually, let's go ahead and do all of the ginger. Okay. Get it browning. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put in the pork loin steak. Okay, put it right on there. And while it's doing its thing, I'm going to go ahead and crank up the heat to 400. And I just need 2 tablespoons of butter. 2 tablespoons of butter. I don't need a lot. Okay. Let me go ahead and drop the heat a little bit. Okay. Alright. Oh, got me a little bit. Okay. And while it's doing its thing, I'm just going to keep basting it with some of this butter. Just kind of keep kicking it on there. Bump it up to 370 now. Okay. All I'm doing is really just cooking one side of it for a couple of minutes or so. Hey, all right, let me go ahead and get this out of the way. I'm a clean freak when it comes to cooking, so I like having stuff put up or cleaned up. But I also like having some little something while I'm cooking too, you know. Mmm, tasty, tasty. Okay, so I'm gonna keep putting it on there. Now I'm gonna flip it. Okay. Ooh, look at that crust. Oh, look at that. Me likes. That butter is smelling really nice too. Woo! Okay. So this was pre-seasoned, but I always think you need to add, you can never have too little garlic. I like lots of garlic. So I'm just going to add some more garlic salt and some seasoned pepper. Okay. Let's let that one kind of sit as I throw up some more of this butter. Drop the temperature down now. I'm at 340, and I'm mainly watching to make sure I don't burn the butter. It's turning brown but not black, and the pork loin is looking really good. Oh yeah, it's looking really good. Okay. And then one other thing I do like about cooking with this thing is I do like how easy it is to clean up. I mean, it's basically rinse it off, and I got me a skillet that is just easy to clean and whatnot. And then once things cool down, I can use some Windex window cleaner and just wipe down the counter as well as the induction burner, and it has no problem. It looks really good. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it again. Okay. And let's go ahead and give it a little more seasoning on this side now. Garlic salt. All right, and some seasoned pepper. Okay. And while it's cooking like so, I'm going to go ahead and kick up a little bit of this stuff on there. Let's see. Grab my spoon here. Get some of that buttery goodness on top. Okay, I'm at 340 right now, just kind of letting it cook. Okay. All right, and I'm gonna flip it again here in a moment, one more time. That looks good. That looks really good. So let's flip it. Okay. And some more of that buttery goodness. Taste it, tasty. Okay. All right. So let's let it do its thing, and let me grab a fork. All right, just a quick check. Okay, I'd say it needs to cook just a little bit more. Yep. And that's the main reason why I dropped the temperature down to 340. Okay. Don't want to cook it, overcook it, because, well, then it gets really tough. Okay. Right now I'd say it's medium or more on the medium rare side, maybe rare. Okay. So here I'm just going to bring the temperature up a tad, 370. Let's go 370. Okay. I'm going to use my handy dandy spoon to keep basting it with the butter. And so for din dins tonight, it's going to be the pork loin steak, the stir fry vegetable with some meat, pork in it, and then my cauliflower rice that I used my cauliflower ricer and made my own. I've gotten the stuff at the store and have purchased it in the past, and you know, you put it in the microwave for, I think it's like 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes, but what I noticed is it just doesn't cut it compared to the ones that I can make myself. The one that I make isn't soggy. I can do like a olive oil and little garlic salt mix or whatever other mix I want in it, and kind of do like a fried rice style. Or I can just go plain as can be, maybe a little olive oil, and just gonna kind of roast it a little. Okay, this time I added some mixed vegetables, some peas and carrots, and add a little more seasoning to it. And I'll tell you what, it is better than anything I got at the store that you microwave. 'Cause what I noticed, the stuff you get at the store that you microwave, it tends to get soggy. You gotta let it sit and drain a little, but yeah, it's kind of soggy. Okay. So at this point, I'm just gonna keep putting this butter, oil, olive oil mix on it. Just kind of get that internal deal cooking good. Okay. Go ahead and flip it over again. Okay. All right. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and put it aside and let it, what do you call it? Sit, rest, I think it's what it's called. Let me go get another container. Okay, go ahead and turn it off. Okay, I'm going to put it in a container here. I'm going to cover it, and we're going to let it sit. I think it's called resting. Yeah, I think it's called resting. Anyhow, I got it in there now. So while that's doing that, all that's left is really to let it rest, as well as to heat up my cauliflower rice. But while we're doing that, I want to go ahead and get this prep. I don't need all that oil to heat this up. Like I was saying, I like having my stuff clean, so I'm gonna go ahead and wash the dishes real quick. And while I'm doing that, you'll hear this thing turn off here, or possibly you'll hear the fan going. Okay, and let's see. I'll just describe some of the stuff that I did over the last few days since I got this thing. This is basically, I've had this thing about 4 or 5 days now, and I have enjoyed being able to do things like cook things on the fly, reheat stuff. I made some kind of soup deal the other day, and normally I'd put it in the microwave and then kind of heat it up there. What I did instead was I went ahead and reheated it in this skillet, and it came out like as if I had just made it that day. I was impressed with it. It wasn't one of those ones where you put it in the microwave and it just doesn't quite get the heat unless you keep letting it run and run and run. It actually felt like stuff that I pretty much got right then, you know. Okay, I'm gonna dump some of this oil onto the pork loin that is resting right now. Let me grab something. It's hot now. I'm just gonna kind of dump it in there, let it do its thing, okay? And let's not lose all that goodness that we cooked with. Okay, and let's go ahead and put it in there. We'll get that cleaned up here shortly. I'm gonna cover it. Alright, let's go ahead and do a quick rinse. Because what I'm going to do next is basically use the induction burner as a means to reheat my food. Okay? And you'll soon see how quickly that heats up. Alright. Here we go. I'm just gonna wipe it down right here. Look how easy that is. Okay. Go ahead and wipe this down. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the outside. Alright, so next up, go ahead and put the camera over here. I think you have a better view. Okay, so next up is I'm going to reheat my cauliflower rice that I made with the cauliflower ricer. It's manual, but it really works well. Okay, and in this case, I don't want to use butter. Let's hold off on butter. Do a little olive oil, but not much at all. Okay. Let's go ahead and switch to the temperature, 320 default. Just a dab of oil to get things started here in the middle. Okay. And from there, I'm going to go ahead and add the cauliflower rice. Okay. I'm just going to kind of pat it down a little bit. Go ahead and bump it up. Let's go to 370. I think it goes all the way to 460. Okay. All right. So believe it or not, it's already hot. It's doing its thing already. Okay. All right. Just to kind of let it do its thing here, and then I'm gonna start flipping it over, mixing it. Hear it? You can hear it already kind of sizzling. Oh yeah. That smells good. And yeah, check out my other video where I show you how I did this one. It was very simple, and it came out really well. Okay. And like, let me test it. Oh yeah, it's already warm. I'm just kind of getting the olive oil all over it, and I'm just going to let it sit here for a little. And I'm going to flip it. Smells really good. Oh yeah, that's ready that quickly. All right, we'll go ahead and turn it off. So yeah, that quickly, you can see that it was ready to go. All right, turn that around here. Okay, so at this point, it's really just prepping it for dinner. Let's see. Well, let's go ahead and prep it for dinner. Just gonna go ahead and put it in the serving deal here. Smells really good. And let's see. Grab this and I'll lift it up here and try to dump it in here. Okay. So at this point, I just need to. I want to let the pork steak rest just a few more minutes here, and lo and behold, while I'm letting it rest, I can go ahead and clean off my mess. Okay, so go ahead and get that knocked out. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, I went ahead and got this spatula just because I wanted a metal one to use metal on the cast iron. I think it works better overall. And then from a cleaning standpoint, I'll just show you real quick how quickly I can get this cleaned up and ready to go for tomorrow, if not for the next deal. Okay, so right there, just a quick rinse. All right, there we go. Go ahead and turn on the garbage disposal. Okay, and then let's go ahead and grab Dilly to wipe it down. Okay, so here I just pretty much put this aside. Get that out of the way. Go ahead and put the food together. So this is where all the food is. I got all my condiments, garlic salt, okay, seasoned pepper. Let's go put that up. Seasoned pepper. I used olive oil, all right, and then I use this Thai fish sauce, just a little bit. Don't use too much. It gets salty as well as it can smell up the place. And I used it to make the stir fry, and from a meat standpoint, that was some pork loin, okay, previously seasoned, and then I also used a little bit of soy sauce, Kikkoman soy sauce, that I used for the stir fry, okay, and then for cutting up things, just Dexter 1378. Knife it stains, so be careful, but it's high carbon, so it's easy to stay sharp and keep sharp as well as get sharp again compared to stainless steel. And it's just a bear for me with stainless steel. Okay. All right, and it still says it's hot. But just to give you an idea how quickly I can clean up things, let's see. window cleaner. Okay. That aside. It's gonna clean up the area here. Yeah, okay, there's some spatter and whatnot from the cooking, but you can see how quickly I'm wiping it down and it's gonna be clean. It's gonna be greaseless. Okay. And then right here, let's go ahead and put this aside. Pull the plug. Okay. And I'm gonna wipe this one down. And the main thing is you want to make sure you don't put it underneath your cabinets, because it's not a good deal if you do that. You may find yourself with your cabinet getting a little bit dirty from all the spray and oil and whatnot from cooking, or maybe even the steam. All right, so I can touch it. It's not hot. You know, just do a quick rinse right here. Wipe it down, and that's it. That's it. I'm done. I can go eat, not have to wash this stuff or clean up a whole mess and everything. I got the glass top one over here, but there's a lot of cleaning to do for that. And you know, right now I'm home alone, so I've been doing a bunch of my own cooking, and ever since this came in, it's been much better than the old microwave, you know. But anyhow, let's go ahead and show you what I cooked. Okay, let me just put this here. So that's the cauliflower rice that we reheated. This was that vegetable medley stir fry with a little pork loin dillies in there. Okay, and then the pork steak right there. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? That looks good. Okay, so I'll post a picture later showing showing everything there. But bottom line, I'm a proponent of this. I highly recommend trying out an induction burner and iron skillet. I think some of the meals I've made so far have been easy to make, easy clean up, and on top of it, I can eat, and it tastes really good. All right, appreciate you joining. And stay tuned, I'll do more of these. All right, take care.